Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode number 105 of the StreamYard Live Town Hall. My name's Geige, and I'm here with Dan, of course. Dan, how are you doing?
Doing good, man. How are you?
I'm doing good. For anyone new here, Dan and I are the founders of StreamYard, and we do these town halls every single week, Sundays at 6 p.m. Pacific. And we do them for a few reasons. One is to stay in tune with you guys, to go through the same flow you guys do when you do your own shows. Two is of course, to answer your questions. So if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat, and we'll do our best to get to all of them. I'm sure we'll have a lot tonight, so that'll be fun. And then our three pillars. We always mention our three pillars, which are ease of use, stability, and professional streams. So if you're about those three things, StreamYard is the tool for you. Let's see who we have hanging out with us tonight. Before I forget, we have tons of shows now. We'll have to make a directory for all of them so people can keep track and find all of them. But make sure you're following us on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, because we have unique shows for each place. Tons of different shows there. So be sure to check those out. Let's see who else we have here. Thanks, Patricia. Lots of people already commenting about the news, so I guess we can just go to the news straight away and then dig into the questions. So as it sounds like most of you already know, StreamYard has officially joined Hopin, which we could not be more excited about. Hopin's an excellent company, and I guess we should first address, for those of you who don't know, what exactly Hopin is. So Hopin is the leading virtual events platform. So if you have a conference like Social Media Marketing World or F8 or South by Southwest, what you can do is take that conference and bring it online. So obviously, when the pandemic hit, Hopin was fantastic for lots of people scrambling to do their conferences online, and they have a whole feature set around that. You can have like sponsor booths, and there's a stage and sessions to break out and network. It really is like the whole conference experience online. And they also have exciting hybrid stuff as well. So you can have an in-person conference as well as a online portion as well. I imagine one of the first questions that will come up frequently is why we joined Hopin, which is a great question. So Dan and I have had a lot of offers, especially over the last year, to acquire StreamYard, and it was always very easy for us to say no, just because it didn't really align with what we were trying to accomplish, and it wasn't what we thought would be best for our user base. But when we started discussing things with Hopin, it was a unique situation in that our missions were highly aligned. So when we talked to them before things actually materialized, we talked to them for a long time. Probably, I don't even know how many conversations, definitely dozens of hour-plus conversations to really make sure we understood where they were going and they understood where we wanted to go. And it was clear that we would have a much bigger impact with Hopin than without Hopin. Obviously, both companies are heavily invested in video technology and things like that. So there's a ton of synergy to really collaborate to create the best possible experience. And then the other aspect of it is, of course, resources. Hopin has a phenomenal team of over 300 folks. What they've done as far as scaling that team up is phenomenal. I don't think there's another company that has scaled that fast. So they have some really great systems in place. So basically, Dan and I will be able to continue what we're doing now with StreamYard, but with 10 times the resources. So we'll be able to create a truly phenomenal experience faster. So you guys have that to look forward to. Other changes, you guys might be asking, like, oh, what sort of things going to change, or is everything different now? So Dan and I are still running StreamYard. It's going to be very similar in that regard. We're still doing our town halls. We're still extremely focused on you guys, like we have been from the very beginning. It is probably the best part of working on StreamYard, is getting feedback from you guys every week and seeing people be excited about the product. So nothing's changing there. Just going to have more resources to make an even better experience faster. The only real change that's going to happen with Hopin, and it's not a change to the core experience, like obviously you're still going to be able to use StreamYard exactly as you do today, but if you happen to be an event producer, if you happen to be doing events, we will be creating some nice native integrations with Hopin to have a real seamless experience to go from StreamYard into Hopin, which will be nice if you do happen to be an event producer, but it's not going to change your core experience. The other one that I saw a lot coming up on social media was pricing changes. People are like, oh, you're going to make it super expensive or stuff like that. So
yes, definitely.
No, we are not. you can expect exactly the trajectory that StreamYard was moving on as far as like not speed, but trajectory as far as plans and things like that is the same. You're not going to wake up to an email that's like, oh, my basic plan is now way more expensive. It's not. It is not changing. We want to make sure that that it's only better. Everything. This is all good news. Everything is going to get better. See, I've got
like we wanted to do that. Like Geige said, there's other opportunities, and like obviously we keep running it ourselves. And this was just like, what's going to help users and employees? Like, what's going to be the biggest positive impact? And just looking at like our roadmap, kind of comparing with Hopin, chatting with them, is very clear that like if we team up, it's going to be extremely powerful. So yeah, super excited to see. Well, I'm excited for you guys actually to see the type of stuff we can start releasing now as part of this bigger team. It's very exciting.
Awesome. We have a ton of comments to get to, so let's see if we can get to some of them quickly. The Adventures of Gonzo says, please don't change the family atmosphere that we have here in StreamYard. Hopefully we've addressed that a bit, Gonzo. We definitely do not want to change that. We love these town halls. We love being super connected with you guys, and hopefully we can make it even better. I'll share the link a bit later in the stream, but as we plot out our roadmap in the future, it was easier early on when there weren't as many of you to have more one-on-one conversations and things like that. Obviously, as things scale up, that becomes harder, but we're trying to schedule more of those one-on-one calls to really get a good sense of what you guys are thinking.
Cool. And I guess one more thing to add there too is like Hopin sees the importance of kind of the StreamYard brand and sort of the friendliness and the friendly community we've built and that you guys are all a part of. Like their last thing they want to do is make that ruin that or anything, right? In fact, they want us to double down on that. So their plan isn't like, oh, let's merge the two companies directly. And like, no, the plan is like keep the StreamYard brand totally separate. Geige and I are still running it. We're still, same community, same people. So no, if anything, we're trying to get much better at that.
Cool. Hey, Andrew, hope you're doing well. Andrew says, I attended a Sony photography virtual conference hosted by Hopin. It was a great, seamless experience and had a very cool and handsome aesthetic. Congrats, StreamYard. Thanks so much, Andrew. I see lots of congrats in the chat, so thanks to all of you guys. And I'm glad to hear it was a great experience. Hopefully in your next one, you'll be doing it straight, or maybe you were using StreamYard for that particular event, but hopefully we can make this studio experience even better. Chris says, what does Hopin offer to live streaming? That's a good question, Chris, and hopefully I addressed it a bit. But like I said, as a virtual event platform, they have a huge video team, right? Like they have some of the best video engineers in the world. And together, there's a lot of synergy there to just improve the streaming experience in general. For Hopin, a lot of that's on the viewer side, but it's also on the production side. We're just going to have more resources to create a better experience there. So hopefully that helps.
Yeah. So we'll be sharing a ton of engineering resources.
Barry says we could use some more preloaded countdown videos. Otherwise, I love the platform. Thanks for the feedback, Barry. That's good to know. Yeah, I always enjoy seeing people using the preloaded one on social. We didn't expect, honestly, when we first released it, we thought people would mostly use it as a demo and make their own, but there are a ton of people using it. So we would like to make it easier for you guys to select preloaded ones. That's absolutely something we'd like to do. Nidel says, congrats on the transaction. You represent a successful model to millions. Don't go to casinos. Thanks for the feedback, Nidal. Yeah, we're not so much into casinos. StreamYard was also, a lot of people, they saw the news. It was a big transaction, but before we sold the company, StreamYard was at a pretty significant revenue, right? We were at over 30 million in ARR before the transaction. And Dan and I's number one enjoyment is just working on the product and serving you guys. So not much has changed there.
Yeah. If we did it for money, it wouldn't have been much point in like continuing running after you make a certain amount, right? The one thing I was laughing about, I was telling Geige this earlier. So I had somebody actually ask me the other day, like, yeah, is there anything, you buy anything cool? Like, you planning to buy anything interesting? And like Geige and I, that's not really our thing. Like, I have no desire to have like a big house or anything. And I was saying, yeah, I splurged myself. I was at the grocery store the other day, and like, I'm a huge fan of sweet potatoes. I'm always eating sweet potatoes. And I was saying like, yeah, I got the organic sweet potatoes this time.
The more expensive organic sweet potatoes.
Yeah, that was me going all out and just making a big purchase.
Candy Sakai says, please bring it to Japan. Thanks, Candy. I have been seeing on Twitter more and more people in Japan using the product. So yeah, absolutely, we're trying to improve language support. If you have any feedback there, do shoot us an email. We're always curious to hear what we can do better to support different regions. So yeah, let us know. Abid says, how can we get a StreamYard t-shirt? So we will be doing a giveaway at the end of this stream, but we also have a store if you just want to purchase one. I think it was linked in the chat. If not, hopefully Dana can relink it, but we'll be doing a giveaway at the end, so you'll have a chance to win it. Neil says, will the hashtag for today's giveaway be hashtag Hoppin or hashtag the yard plus Hoppin? That's a good idea, Neil. We should have thought of that. I think we'll keep the same hashtag we have it set up with the same hashtag.
I already have it set up. Yeah, we could change it, but we've already got a bunch of comments, so we'll keep it.
Jim says, producing a Hoppin event using StreamYard for a Toastmasters training on Saturday. That's a really cool use case, Jim. Let us know how it goes.
So I've been a part of Toastmasters for quite a long time and huge fan. That's awesome.
Hey, Tangerine, it's always nice seeing you here. Congrats on the new partnership. Thanks so much. Jasmine says, I have a premium membership with StreamYard, but not Hoppin. What does that mean? It's a good question, Jasmine. So we're still running as an entirely separate brand, right? So you don't need a Hoppin subscription. You can get one, which is great. It's a great virtual events product. But if you just are doing live streams to social media platforms, you don't have to do anything. Your membership is exactly the same. You can use the product the exact same way you do today. Lots of congratulations. Let's see if I'm missing any recent comments. Edmund says, I'm hoping for a discount for StreamYard.
That's good.
Nia says, Indonesia also needs it in Bahasa. I'm probably saying that wrong since not everyone speaks English. Thanks for the feedback, Anita.
Agreed.
Permafrost Beard says, I need to check out the countdown on how to make my own. If you don't feel like making your own permafrost, one great resource for countdowns is just sites like Fiverr. There's tons of people freelancers that will just make you countdown videos for a very reasonable price.
Yeah, it's like $5, isn't it?
Yeah, and they do great work, so it's a great resource.
Yeah, it's cool. There's a ton of cool stuff you can get on websites like Fiverr.
Marissa says, Dan, do you have your own show? It can be all about sweet potatoes.
I don't know if I like them that much. Oh, that's cool.
Ruiko also giving a +1 for a Japanese version. Thanks, Ruiko. That's very cool. Adventures of Gonzo says, question with the sale, more job opportunities with StreamYard. Yeah, our team was growing fast before and after, but even more so now. So yeah, definitely will be growing our team. Ryan says, any particular big plans you can share for the future using the new resources by Hoppin? So I can't get it. We don't have like a public roadmap at this point, Ryan. We did share some details. I know the email is still going out to some folks about some of the stuff we're working on now. So you can expect to have unlimited length pre-recorded videos. You'll be able to do that relatively soon. So share a video directly from your computer and have it in the stream. Individual audio tracks are coming very soon, which is a feature for podcasters. But those of you who have been following closely can probably guess a lot of the big things on the roadmap, because we do listen to you guys. So the feedback that we get on a weekly basis, a lot of focus is being put towards those things.
And before we forget, we shipped a small improvement today.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I don't think I have a banner for it. Do you want to mention it, Dan?
Yeah, so we now have a setting. So this is a fairly advanced setting, but I think you guys have definitely asked for it a lot. I'm sure there's some of you out there that really want it. Basically, right now, if you share a screen, it'll automatically get added to the broadcast, which is fine for almost all cases. And in fact, it's like really good for a few specific cases, especially if you only have one monitor. But in some cases, it's actually not great because you're halfway through the broadcast, maybe you even have like a co-host in there and you share a screen and it gets automatically added. But really what you wanted to do is kind of queue it up ahead of time and then have to manually add it later. So we added a setting to basically not automatically add screen shares to the broadcast. So that's now, I think it went up 20 minutes ago kind of thing. So if you're in your studio, you can check it out. But basically in the settings, in the general settings, you just turn that off if you don't want screens to be automatically added.
Awesome. Ruiko says, virtual backgrounds not as easy to use as Zoom. If there's any easy way to make it easier, or is there any way to make it easier without having a green or blue background? So right now, Ruiko, you do have to have the actual physical background behind you, but I know there's a lot of people that don't want to go to the trouble of having that behind them. So it is something we hopefully we'll be able to address in the future. Jeremy says, Johnny and the team at Hopin have been great with helping us integrate StreamYard and Hopin. That's awesome, Jeremy. I'm happy to hear that. Yeah, Johnny and the whole team over there are all fantastic folks.
Yeah, that was one thing we really liked, and that's one of the reasons that we joined Hopin was culture-wise. Like, we're really into company culture and just having, like, we want people at StreamYard to be really into streaming themselves and just, like, love our users and really love the whole community. And it was super clear that Hopin was similar to us. So whenever, I'm chatting with someone at Hopin, it actually feels like it's somebody that was already part of StreamYard. Like, we have basically identical cultures. So yeah, huge fan of the people at Hopin, like the employees at Hopin.
Charlie says, could you do a to B comparison to see the differences and best practices that the merger will bring? Don't have a chart on hand, Charlie, but it's more of the same, right? So like Dan and I are continue executing on our mission and vision in a very similar way to before Hopin. So I don't know that there would necessarily even be this is like, there's not a ton of things changing other than our team is going to be significantly bigger and we'll get to where we wanted to go faster, and there is some synergy on the back end as far as video and audio to create the best possible experience there. Hopefully that helps. Paul asks if Dan will get a better plant.
What, a real plant maybe? We'll see. The tree's so iconic.
Bobby says you guys are doing a great job. My church has benefited from using StreamYard. Awesome, Bobby. Super happy to hear that. Sue says, I didn't know about Hopin before the merge, but I'm now considering it for an upcoming virtual retreat for young adults that I'm planning based solely on my experience with StreamYard over the past year. Awesome, Sue. I'm super happy to hear that. Do let us know how it goes. Hopefully by the time your event happens, we'll have a native integration with the two platforms, so you'll be able to that's one thing we maybe should chat about right now. The way that people are using StreamYard right now with Hopin and have been for a long time is just the custom RTMP option. So people will be on StreamYard and then custom RTMP to the Hopin stage. And that is one of the few changes is we'd like to make a native integration there to make it seamless and be able to get things like the Hopin chat and things like that.
Yeah. Because a huge chunk of people on Hopin are already using StreamYard, but the custom RTMP thing, it's a little tricky to use, right? It's harder than we'd like it to be.
Aware says, super fan, watching from Nairobi, Kenya. Good job, StreamYard team. Thanks so much.
Cool.
Smile says, why is 1080 double the basic? 1080 is a quite a bit more bandwidth and processing power for us to do Smile, so that's the main reason. That's one thing that not everyone realizes is compared to something like OBS or some of the other downloadable programs where it's actually your computer doing the processing and mixing and even taking care of the bandwidth component. StreamYard's all in the cloud, right? So every time you do a stream, there's a computer that does the mixing and ultimately sends it out to those platforms. So when it's 1080, it requires a more powerful computer and there's more bandwidth going out. So that's the general reason why it's a bit more expensive.
Yeah, the other thing we definitely notice is just because it is more intense. Like some people, it's almost just too much for your computer in general, especially because we allow people to stream on like a Chromebook or something. For a lot of people, you don't actually need it. For the people that have more powerful computers, I get it. But I've been surprised that most people I find don't need 1080.
John says, latest update on streaming videos direct from PCs. Latest update, John, is that it's coming very, very soon. Andrew says, where do you get preloaded countdown videos? You missed my note there, Andrew, but one great place is just Fiverr. If you just type in countdown videos in Fiverr, there's tons of great freelancers that will make completely custom ones for you, which is cool.
And Fiverr, that's like Fiver.
Yes.
It can almost sound like it's fiber or something else.
Kiona says, so now will StreamYard paying users have a event producer with Hopin for company events. So right now, Kiona, nothing will change on your end with StreamYard. So you'll still have the StreamYard product. You'll still have your exact same plan. There won't be any change there. If you do happen to want to do a virtual event with Hopin, you just go over to Hopin and use their events platform. And at some point, relatively soon, there will be a native integration with the two platforms, but they are separate products. Jeremy says, Search Engine Journal is using StreamYard and Hopin for our virtual event on January 12th. Fantastic.
Cool.
Damien says, any plans to offer the capability to edit level audio tracks we can download for podcasts? So we do have plans to have individual audio tracks, Damien, but no editing features at this point. So you would just download the individual audio tracks and do that in your own software.
And we do have, you might be aware of it already, but we do have a volume control setting now. And I know that doesn't account for everything, but I do find some people want to edit it to like adjust the volume levels. So you can actually do that on StreamYard ahead of time, and then you don't need to necessarily edit it. But obviously, if you want to edit it for another reason, that is coming.
DJ Shield says, any plans for more transitions or effects? So I don't know if you've seen the latest update, DJ Shield, but we have some new themes. So one of the ones I'm using now is the bubble theme, which has new animations with the banners and the comments coming in. And yeah, we'd like to continue adding more themes and animations. So yes, you can expect that. Patricia says, super excited, love both companies. That's awesome to hear.
Very cool.
Appreciate all the comments, guys. It's going to be hard to get to all of them. Brian says, feature request, the ability to turn off guest camera where the guest cannot turn it back on. That's an interesting one, Brian. I'd be curious I'm just curious, Brian, like what exactly is happening there, and how that's different than just removing them from the stream. I'm sure you have a good reason, but I'm just genuinely curious to know what that looks like and why the person is like not listening to you or doesn't, or yeah, I'm just curious. Let me know.
Yeah.
Hey, Leo, hope you're doing well. Leo says, I delivered a great music event this week with StreamYard. The sound quality was exceptional. Well done, StreamYard. Great. Looks like some questions about the free version going away. The free version of StreamYard is not going away. Nancy says, I'd love to be able to embed StreamYard within Kajabi, not via a private YouTube channel. Awesome. That's really good to know, Nancy. And yeah, it's something we're definitely interested in supporting. I know many folks want to be able to host videos outside of the social platform. So thanks for that. Michael says, thank you very much for the screen share setting. Now, if we can stop adding a person the same way, thank you.
You know what he means by that?
I'm not 100% sure.
Maybe let us know exactly what you mean, Michael.
Yeah, please let us know, Michael. Let's see what else we have here.
Maybe you mean turning a camera on? Like if you're a host and you turn your camera on? Let
us know, Michael. We're getting close to the end, so should we go ahead and do our giveaway, Dan, and then answer a few more questions after that?
Yeah, you bet. Just a sec. All right, you want to explain the rules?
Yeah, so we'll be giving away. It's all in Dan's frame right now. So we'll be giving away a StreamYard T-shirt and a pillow. So if you're interested in those, just go ahead and type in hashtag the yard, and you'll be eligible to win. Let's see if we have any quick questions here. Jose says, the Hopin tools will be displayed on the StreamYard interface.
We'll see.
The Hopin. Sorry, go ahead, Dan.
We'll see. We're still like working on exactly what's going to be added.
Yeah. So yeah, we will be making a native integration, Jose, but I mean, nothing is changing on the interface for like if you're just using StreamYard for the social platforms, but we are working on making a seamless experience for those people that are doing events.
Yep.
Lots of hashtag the yards. Very cool.
Yeah, a lot coming in here.
Tangerine says, would love to have the waiting room is full sign not cover my face and so much screen while I'm hosting and go away after I acknowledge it. That should be a relatively easy change, Tangerine, and we do plan on addressing that.
Appreciate your persistence, Tangerine. We're definitely, we'll get there. All right, yeah, we've got a lot of comments coming in here.
Are there still more coming in?
Still more coming in.
Okay, we'll answer some more questions then. Gene says, I love the ban from studio option if the people in the stream are disruptive. Yeah, thanks, Gene. We actually haven't chatted about that in a long time, so there might be people watching that don't know that that's an option. But one cool feature we have is we want to make things as easy as possible. So the default is the guest link. You just share a guest link and people can join you immediately. But if you do want to have a bit more moderation over your guests, especially if you're doing like a community stream or something like that where you don't know everyone who's joining, you can turn on an option in the settings that says guests must authenticate. And basically when someone joins, they'll have to log in with Facebook or YouTube, which basically just allows you to track who this person actually is and kick them out and ban them and stop them from rejoining if they are being disruptive.
Cool. All right, we ready to do this?
Yeah, let's go ahead and do it.
Or t-shirt and a pillow. Let's go. Saw Dana in there. We'll see if she wins.
She's not eligible. Professor Nez. I think Nez will send it to you anyways. But I think Nez has already received already has stuff. So let's roll it one more time.
All right, take two.
If you haven't, Nez, we'll ship it to you anyways. But I'm guessing you already have stuff. John Sheldon, congrats. If you just message, Dana will reach out to you to get your information, and we'll ship you a pillow and a t-shirt. Thanks so much for joining us tonight.
Sweet. Congrats.
I guess before I forget, there's a couple things I wanted to mention. One is we're relaunching our blog soon. So if you'd like to, if tons of you guys are experts in your particular domain for live streaming, if you feel like you can contribute to the blog for live streamers that are hoping to sort of up their live streaming game, check out StreamYard.com/contact. There's just a form at the bottom there to apply. We'd love to feature you. And we're also doing more customer interviews. So if you'd be interested in chatting to us, you might have an impact on our roadmap going forward. We have a form for that as well. If you wouldn't mind sharing that in the chat, Dana, that would be awesome. I'll also share it just in case you don't have it. All right, I'm just posting in the comments. That form's just if you'd like to have a chat with someone from our team. We'd really appreciate that. Let's see, we probably have time for one last question. Let's just see if there's any we have here.
Yeah, see if there's any repeated ones maybe.
Darren says, can you do it that the chat doesn't go up each time a new comment is entered?
Like it doesn't auto scroll? So if you scroll up, it will stop scrolling, if that's what you mean.
Yeah, Darren, exactly what Dan said. If you scroll up in the chat, it will stop auto scrolling until you scroll all the way down. We are working on chat improvements in general, though, for folks that have a ton of comments coming in. We will make it easier to go back to older comments and have more control over that stuff. Lots of congrats for John. Yes, congrats, John. See some questions about pinning chats. Yeah, Paul, that's also something that we will likely add as part of the chat improvements.
Yeah, like we always say, for us, it's always about balancing like that, making it easier to use while also not like adding too many things, and just being careful about the things we do decide to add. Pinning probably makes sense. Like we'll see. It's something we're definitely exploring.
Steven says, will there be any increase in the file size you can upload? So we are adding that ability, Steven, to share videos directly from your computer, which has no limit at all. And we did recently increase the limit on overlays a bit, right, Dan?
Yeah, I think we doubled it recently. So it's still great for clips. Like that feature's always really been good for like intro videos, outro videos, just short clips. Whereas the other one we're going to add is much better if you want to share, a half-hour video, or you want to share like 5-minute chunk of an even longer video. It'd be great for that because we're not actually uploading it. We're just kind of like streaming it from your computer. So that's the one that's coming very soon. So kind of 2 different use cases, and we'll explain them more when we actually release the other one, but should handle that case.
All right, let's do one last comment here. Sykes asking, will you offer free trials? Thanks, guys. If you mean StreamYard, Syke, there is, of course, the free version, but you can. The support would be happy to give you a trial if you'd like to check out the paid version of the product. If you just go to StreamYard.com/contact and the live chat, they'd be happy to give you like a 1 week or 2 week trial. Okay, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us. This was obviously an interesting, exciting town hall, and we can't wait to see you next week. And we're really looking forward for you guys to see all the exciting things we have planned together with Hoffman now. So we really can't wait.
Cool. Yeah, I look forward to keep doing these as well. I know that's one of the questions we had. Like, you guys are gonna keep doing the town halls? Of course, we're gonna keep doing the town halls. Like we've always said. Like we love what we do. We love like serving you guys, and we've always been in this for the long haul. So yes, we're still in the town halls. Yes, we're still working on the product. Super excited.
Absolutely. See you guys next week at the same time.
See you, everyone.